Well, hello everybody. This is RES2484. I wanted to wish y'all a happiest of holidays and happy New Year's from me to you. And this is a little bit of an update video, just talking about kind of reflecting back from this past year and my future plans for 2018. So, you see in front of you is the main menu screen for American Truck Simulator. I'm not going to be playing it today. It's just going to be an update video. So this has been an interesting year. We've had a lot of stuff from SES Software. Of course, we had the New Mexico DLC, which is probably the biggest thing. Also, we've had the Italia DLC and the Special Transport DLC that just came out for Euro Truck Simulator 2. So it's actually been quite a busy year for SES Software. I mean, I know they had a whole bunch of other updates and stuff that they did. We tweaked the GPS, and they did a lot of tweaking here and there and rebuilt some cities and stuff. So it's been a pretty busy year for them. I mean, it's been a pretty busy year for me too. You know, I've had some personal stuff go on. You know, my mother was in the hospital. She had to have an operation done, and she's doing lots better now. So let's see what else this year. Of course, I had a car accident back in March. It was unfortunate. I had to swerve out of the way because some idiot was swerving into my lane. He was going to hit me. He's pretty much got broadside me, so I had to go all the way over to the left lane. I hit some lady in an SUV just to avoid him. So that was unfortunate. It cost me about $3,000 in damage, but my insurance, I only had to pay $1,000 deductible, and that was fixed. So that was unfortunate, but you know, I actually prevented a way worse accident. You know, so I probably would have landed in the hospital if I had not done anything. So anyway, so there was that, and then of course the expansions for these two games and stuff, and you know, money's really been tight this year. I mean, I would have to say, you know, this year's been crazy as far as weather is concerned. I know Hurricane Harvey hit in late August of this year, and it was devastating. You know, I never been through a hurricane, never been through a tropical storm before, but because it was a hurricane when it hit land, but when it actually came into the Houston area, it was a tropical storm. So either way you look at it, it was very devastating. You know, so a lot of places were flooded out and still trying to recover even months after the storm. So it's been a bit of a rocky Christmas for some people. So, you know, some people, you know, their homes were flooded or their houses caught on fire because they were trying to fry turkey indoors or something, or just something graphic like that, you know, just usual, you know, the usual holiday catastrophes and stuff, you know. But yeah, it's been some year. I'm glad that it's over though, because I'm looking forward to 2018. And as far as this channel is concerned, I kind of been just focusing on these two games, and I also did a couple of games this year, which I never really finished, which is probably one of my first New Year's resolutions. I wanted to say is I really got to have, you know, only put up games where I'm actually going to finish. You know, unlike these two games I play right now, the ATS and ETS2, which are ongoing, but these other games are really, you know, I need to stop doing that. I need to stop starting the game and just quitting it and stuff. I mean, if I'm really dedicated to finishing this game, I'm gonna finish the game, and then I'm just gonna, you know, release the episodes daily until the playthrough is over with. But so 2018, yeah, we're gonna be changing stuff up a little bit. I won't be just doing ATS and ETS2 videos. I really want to get back to my roots, my channel, where I did classic video games like Super Nintendo, and if I can N64 emulator to work. I might touch some stuff like GoldenEye, Super Mario 64, Perfect Dark, stuff like that. But yeah, you gotta have the right emulators in order for that to work. Now, what inspired me to do this was, like, for Christmas, I didn't really get much. To me, it's not really much about the gifts anymore. It's more about spending time with family and just, you know, and just the whole, being joyful for once, for once every year. So we have small joys that we enjoy throughout the year, but the holiday season, folks, is really all about, being with family and, celebrating, the kindness and joy in everybody. That's all it really is. And for you religious types, yeah, it's celebrating the birth of Christ. So that's all it's really about. That's all I really care about. Of course, I really love all the food and stuff as well. I don't know what any of your traditions are. If in the comments below, tell me what some of your holiday traditions are if you celebrate it. I mean, I don't personally know each and every single one of my subscribers, but I know one of them, I think, lives in Pennsylvania somewhere. I mean, I forgot. I think it's HM 1991 or something. Forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong. But I think you're the one that lives in Pennsylvania. I think, but I know you're getting slammed with snow and stuff up there. I hope you're safe and warm there. And as far as my other subscribers, wherever you are throughout the world, I hope you are. I hope you have the happiest of holidays, and I hope you're safe. I hope you, if you do celebrate Christmas or whatever holiday, you've got what you wanted, and all your families and stuff are doing okay. I wish all y'all the best. I like to say thanks to all my subscribers for, being respectful of my videos, and even though I'm not HD quality, I still enjoy what I do regardless. So, I think that's all that really matters in the end, So, it's just a time to be thankful for what we have, Now, getting back to 2018, I'd love to go back and play the game that started this whole Let's Play thing off, which is Super Mario World. Now, I got an SNES Classic for Christmas, and I had the box right here. You won't be able to see it because I don't have a webcam, but SNES Classic has a whole bunch of games. Like, it's a small version of the Super Nintendo, but it has 2 controllers. And the games on it are as follows. Contra 3, The Alien Wars. Donkey Kong Country, which I played countless times. Earthbound, I never played that. Final Fantasy 3, F-Zero, one of my favorite games. Kirby's Dream Course, my ultimate favorite. Kirby Superstar, of course. Mega Man X, which I played several times, which I'm not really good at that game, but I just enjoy it. Secret of Mana, which I've never played, but it looks actually really a fun RPG. Star Fox, which I love to play, but I'm awful at. Also, the unreleased version of Star Fox 2 is on here. So, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Hyper Fighting, which I'm not a fan of fighting games. Super Castlevania 4, which is an awesome game. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which it's a fun game, but it's very hard. Super Mario Kart, oh hell yes. I don't know how many hours I spent playing that myself. And of course with a friend, it's fun as well. Super Mario RPG, another one of my classic favorites. Super Mario World, of course. Super Metroid, another favorite. Super Punch-Out, I'm not really into fighting games, so I can't really give an honest opinion about that. The Legend of Zelda: The Link to the Past, another one of my favorites, and of course, my third all-time favorite, which is Super Mario World 2's Yoshi's Island. So that's all the games that are on the SNES Classic. If you can find one of these, it's really hard to find one of these. My brother got it to me for Christmas. He said he had to go to like several different stores before he can find one, because these are very extremely hard to find. The NES Classic, which came out sometime earlier this year, was the same way, as they only made limited copies of it, and they just sold out like that. It just ate it up. So that's Nintendo for you, though. I mean, they're not really good at judging how popular something's going to be, but a lot of us that grew up in the 80s and 90s are collecting stuff like this because it reminds us of if I can talk, reminds us of our childhood. Right, I talk too fast. It reminds us of our childhood, so we are eating that up like crazy. Come on. I mean, I heard rumors that there's going to be an N64 Classic. I am so buying that. That's my second favorite console ever, besides the Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo and 64 are my two best favorites, hands down. I mean, GameCube was, I'm sorry, it was trash. It had some good games, but most of the games on it were trash. The Wii was pretty good. I had fun with the motion controls. That was new. The Wii U totally sucked. I do not like it. I don't even know why I still have it plugged into my TV, but I do. But I'm fixing to take that thing down and put my SNES Classic in my room. Right now it's in the living room because my mother likes to play with it as well. So it's something that my mother and I did when I was little. When my brother was because I was held back a year. So when my brother was at school, we went to school in the afternoon. I went in the mornings only for a few hours. And I remember a lot of times he'd be sitting there playing the original NES, and just Super Mario Brothers 3, and we'd just be having an absolute blast. And I mean, it brings back a whole bunch of memories, and that's why I really cherish this thing. A few of these games I never touched, like Secret of Mana. I know a lot of people say that it's a great RPG, which I'm not really great at RPGs, but Super Mario RPG I'm awesome at. I played that countless times. It's an awesome game. So Secret of Mana I'm definitely going to try out and see how far I can get in it. But anyway, so I absolutely love that. And of course my other two gifts were, I had me a study Bible, which I really been wanting that. I like to have me a Bible, that I can read from time to time, because I'm not going to get all religious or anything, but it's just something, comforting to have, especially, for someone like me, that's, I'm not that whole crazy type of religious thing. I don't go to church every Sunday, okay? That's just not me, but I really don't like to talk about religion much because people are just, it just gets uncomfortable, and I just don't really want to talk about it much. But I was like, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So it's something nice to have. And of course, the other thing that I got for Christmas was Crown Royal Black. It's a Canadian bourbon whiskey, which I really love. It's so good. If you're into like bourbon whiskeys and stuff like that, it's so good. Nice and smooth taste. I suggest mixing it with Coke. It's very good. Crown Royal. Yes, it's delicious. The original is really good. I've actually had the Crown Royal Apple, which is delicious. I haven't tried the vanilla yet. I heard some of my coworkers at work are saying that it's really good, so I'm gonna say, hey, pick me up some of that, maybe a small bottle of it, see what it's like, because I do like to drink on my days off on occasion. So, I prefer whiskey. The bourbon whiskeys are my favorites. So yeah, it's delicious stuff. So that's pretty much what all I got, besides all the delicious food that my mother made and that fried turkey that my brother made, which was absolutely delicious. He actually did an electric fryer, and it looks sort of like a gigantic, it's like a gigantic bread maker is what it looks like up front. But it's like, how those deep fryers are that you buy there, electronic, that you know. But this one is like huge. It's like it's meant to cook turkeys. I mean, you can fry other stuff in it, but but it's mainly meant for turkeys. But it's absolutely delicious, and oh, it's so good. But yeah, so that was pretty much my holidays, my New Year's stuff. I had to work on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, so I was like, I won't be able to, have any. I probably will still have a celebratory beverage on New Year's Eve night. I don't really care if I'm working the next day or not. One drink is not going to hurt me. So, but anyway, but that's pretty much what sums up what 2017 for me. 2018 is going to be some changes. Uploading schedule, I still don't really have one. I mean, I want to do some other stuff, some classic video gaming, some, with commentary, of course, see if I can get this Bandicam software is what I use. See if I can get to work on any of my emulators. If I can, then I am so going to town with some of these classic games. If I can get me a classic controller, of course. That's for the PC. So I'll be working on that. So that plus we got the Italia DLC on ATS2. We're gonna have to go through and enjoy that. And of course the New Mexico DLC, the special transport DLCs. So it's gonna be quite busy 2018, folks. But so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I think it's been long enough. So I just wanted to say from me, Rest2484, to the rest of the YouTube universe, and to my subscribers, happy holidays, happy New Year 2018. I'll see you guys next year, and I thank you so much for watching and listening. I'll see you guys next year.